Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel Sada's Green Life. I really hope you all are safe, healthy and happy. We are here celebrating Independence Day. When there is a special occasion, you all know that we come up with some recipe that is suitable for the occasion and it is completely plant-based. Yes, conventional recipe that you all are used to having since your childhood, but we make recipes that are entirely plant-based. So today we have picked everybody's favorite, including mine, and it is nothing but Gulab Jamun. So Gulab Jamun is a favorite to a lot of people. People love having it. Be it a festival, weekends, family dinners, whatever. You can have this one dish any time of the year. But we've chosen it for Independence Day because come on, why not? So without any further delay, let's get started. So the ingredients for our vegan Gulab Jamun are very simple, easily available in your kitchen or in the market, and those are, so for the Gulab Jamun, I mean the balls that we make, we need sweet potatoes. So these are boiled and peeled sweet potatoes. We are going to mash them about 300 grams. See how healthy the recipe automatically becomes, because when you make Gulab Jamun with your dairy products, you use mawa. Now mawa is extremely high in cholesterol. It's very fattening. So the moment you substitute that with sweet potatoes, it by default makes it healthier. I'm not saying it's a completely healthy recipe because there's going to be a lot of frying and all involved, but still, right? Then we have maida, which is refined flour, about 40 grams, a pinch of baking soda. So these are the ingredients that we need to make our balls. For the syrup, or for that the goodness around the Gulab Jamun, we need sugar, which is about 150 grams, 100 ml of water, 1 teaspoon of rose water, about 1 teaspoon of elaichi powder, couple of drops of lemon juice, and yeah, for garnishing we have some rose petals and broken pistachios. So those are the ingredients. The first step is going to be mashing our sweet potatoes. They are nicely boiled, so they are soft, but we will not mash them with a fork or that masher. What we are going to do is we are going to put them in our sieve so that we get real fine texture. What we're going to do is just going to mash it first with our fork and then with our spoon. Alright, so it will take some time before we get extreme fine texture out of these boiled potatoes. So we are done with all our sweet potatoes. It's empty. Look at that. Oh wow, it looks so amazing. Anyways, so that's the potato. We are going to add maida into it now. I am not adding the entire bowl, which is 40 grams. I'll just keep some. If I need, I'll add more. And then mix. I'll have to use my hands to make a dough out of it. Alright, a pinch of baking soda, like really very little. And you know what, I am going to add a little bit of elaichi powder into the dough as well. So about quarter teaspoon. I am going to go ahead and mix this really well. Wow, it's so soft and it's the exact texture of khoya. How amazing, right? Like some simple substitutes can actually get you the conventional recipe with a little bit of thought. So we have to knead it really well so that the flour is nicely mixed with the sweet potato. After kneading this for about 2-3 minutes, I have a nice soft dough ready. I'm now going to make balls out of it, but before that I'll put the oil to heat. Alright, now we'll go ahead and make the balls. Okay, so we are going to make balls of this size, nicely roll it I'm going to take a little bit of oil on my palms because the dough is sticking. So that's the last one. One thing that we need to be very careful about is the fact that the balls have to be smooth from all sides. They cannot be having any sorts of folds or cracks or any of that. They need to be like absolutely smooth from all sides. So these are done. One more thing that I'm going to do is put another pan with water and sugar so that we get the sugar syrup also ready by the time we fry the ball, so that we can immediately transfer the gulab jamuns to the sugar syrup. For that we have another pan. Just basically add sugar, water. That's that. Now our balls are ready, our syrup is getting ready, so the oil is also nice and warm. Okay, wow. All right, as quick as we can. Okay. So we have to make sure that they get cooked from all sides equally. So the color has to come from all the sides at the same time. So we'll just keep rolling the balls in the oil like so. So you see this magic happening here. The gulab jamuns are turning nice and brown from all sides equally. That is what we want. We don't want them to be dark on one side and light on the other. So you have to keep stirring them in the oil non-stop. I've been doing this for 2 minutes and they look fine. What I'm going to do is add rose water and elaichi in our sugar syrup, which is also almost ready. Okay, we are going to turn off the stove of the chachni, which is your sugar syrup, and add a couple of drops of lemon juice, rose water, all of this. That's about 1 spoon, and elaichi, which is again about 1 teaspoon. So that's that. I'm gonna let it mix nicely. And now I think the gulab jamun is also almost there. Another minute or two and it will be done. So these gulab jamuns are also ready. My syrup is in this bowl. I'm going to shift them slowly. So the thing is, we need to let this sit in the syrup for quite some time so that it kind of absorbs all the sweetness and the flavors from the syrup. So the gulab jamuns have soaked the syrup pretty much. I would have liked to keep it in the fridge for a couple of hours. We don't have that kind of time, so I'm just going to go ahead straight away and do the plating here. Now time to serve the gulab jamuns. What I'm going to do is place them in this plate. Beautiful white bowl. One more. All right. Okay, and I'm just going to pour syrup onto it. Time to garnish with some pistachios. Okay, and then the rose petals. All right. It's done. Looks so pretty, so amazing. So with that, our vegan gulab jamun is ready here and I can't wait to try. I am going to dig in to the bowl and take a bite of the gulab jamun. It's so soft. The gulab jamun is soaked in all the flavors and all. You just cannot make out it is sweet potato that we've used. So I would highly recommend that you all try this in the kitchen. Make sure the temperature of the oil when you're making the gulab jamun is not too high and not too low. If it's too high, it will make the gulab jamuns brown from the outside, but inside it will remain uncooked. At the same time, if you keep it very low, it will become hard. So it has to be medium and you need to keep rolling the balls in the pan so that you get even texture and color from all sides. So this has come out so well. I'm so happy. I would highly recommend you all try it in your kitchen and let me know how it came out. Thank you so much for watching this episode. Today, Independence Day. I wish you all a very, very, very happy Independence Day, and I would urge you all to consider this day to also think about species that don't get the kind of freedom they deserve. That is thanks to the kind of exploitation we humans impose upon them for our craving for be it dairy, meat, eggs and all of that. So this is one day that we should really consider about the well-being of other species and make sure that freedom is for one and all and not just for us. With that thought, I am going to sign off. This entire vegan recipe series is brought to you all in collaboration with Animal Climate and Health Safe Foundation. They do an incredible job when it comes to spreading word about plant-based lifestyle, not just food, but other than that as well. I would recommend you all to check their links that I'll be leaving in the description box. They are on Instagram, Facebook and YouTube. Yeah, thank you so much for watching. I shall see you soon in the next one. Until then, stay safe, feel good and be blessed.